Hey y'all, this is April, and we are looking at a monogram circle font. And I thought that I would take just a few minutes to show y'all how I put together my circle font monogram, because sometimes the placement on these can be a little tricky to get them spaced and placed just right. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the font that I use. There you have a couple of options. You can purchase a circle font off of Etsy, where you have to download and then you have to pull each individual letter in, or I prefer the Monogramos font, and I'm pretty sure that I got that off of defont.com, and I just installed it, and it's right there in with my fonts, so that whenever I am ready to use it, all I have to do is type it out. So I'm going to type my T, my S, and my C right there for you to see. So when you type it out, it's in a text box, and at this point they're all together, and so you can't really do anything with them. So the first thing that you want to do is to select it, and I do a right click and ungroup. And when you ungroup, you now have three separate boxes. It's no longer a text, it's now just a path. So you've got the T's, the S, and the C's. Okay, so the next step in doing our placement is we are going to add a color. So you're going to open up your paint window, your color selector, and we're just coloring in the different letters. And you want to give them all a different color, and this is just going to make it easier to work with them whenever we get ready to actually put together our font. Okay, so now we have the red, the green, and the pink letters, and we're going to select all three of them again. And now, using this, we are in the Silhouette software. So if you use the Silhouette Cameo, this is Silhouette Studio that we're using, and I'm going up here to the Align window. So you see right there, I'm going to open up the Align window by clicking on it, and then I'm going to scroll down to where it says Align Center, and I want you to see what it does whenever we click Align Center. So it takes all three of those and it layers them one on top of the other. And so now at this point, we are going to start working with each layer of letters. So the C is on top, and the C is actually the middle initial. And as you know, whenever you're doing monogram placement, the middle initial goes to the far right. So now I'm going to do a right click after selecting my top layer, and I'm going to release the compound path. When you release the compound path, that separates each individual letter. So from there, we are going to click and delete the ones that we don't need. So again, it's the middle initial, which means it goes to the far right. So this one we need, and what we're going to do here is we come down here, and this tool right here says send to back. So we've got this one selected, and whenever I click send to back, it pushes that letter to the back of those layers. So now it's all the way in the back. It's still selected, so we're going to kind of click off here to deselect it. And now we're going to do our S's, and the S is the last name, it's the last initial, and so it goes in the middle. So I'm right clicking, and again we're going to release that compound path. It separates all the letters, and we're going to delete the ones that we don't need. Delete, delete, and I'm going to go back down after I click on the S. I'm going to go back down to that box that says send to back, and I'm going to send that one to the back. So you see it's still there, it's still highlighted, it is just all the way in the back. And y'all excuse me, I've got quite a dry throat today. So now we are left with our T's, and the T is the first name initial. And so I'm going to click on there and do a right click and again release that compound path. And I'm going to, I almost deleted the wrong one. It's my first initial, so I'm leaving it, going here, and I'm going to delete. I'm going here, and I'm going to delete. And now you can see that I am left with my monogram, TSC. So you want to be careful because right now they're all individual letters. So I'm going to click and drag across the three, and I'm going to do a right click, and you can do one of two things. You can group them, or you can make them a compound path. I am going to choose to make them a compound path just because it turns all of them a single color. And I'm visual, so I like to see things. I like for things to be color coordinated, color coded whenever I'm working on my monograms. I know that those, whenever I get ready to cut them, will all be the same color. And now you can enlarge it, you can move it around, you can do just about anything you want, and the monogram spacing is exactly the way it ought to be. So you see that it makes that circle. You have the spacing in between the letters that are correctly aligned, and you're ready for your monogram. So that, my friends, is all there is to it. And if you've never done it before, it's going to take a couple times, and then it will start to come really naturally, and it's a quick, easy way to get your monogram in place. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is April at Vinyl Cottage. Give me a thumbs up if you liked our video. Let me know if you'd like to see me make more, if you have something specific that you would like to see, and I'll see what I can do about it. You guys have a great day, and remember, come see us. We'll be waiting on you.